from the literal floor of Moscone West. I am at the end of my GDC day 3, and this is literally the first time I have been able to talk to you. It has been non-stop today. But we're gonna go back in time, so pretend it's like morning time right now. Today is normally the day that the GDC Awards happen. You have the Indies and the GDC Awards happening on Wednesdays. They've actually split them to 2 separate nights this week. So tonight is the Indies, and then tomorrow is the GDC Awards. And that's cool, because that used to be a hell of a long night. But it's also sad, because I can't go to the Indies tonight, because I do have an event that I'm going to this Wednesday. But it's good, because that means I can go to the GDC Awards tomorrow, which is, as you all know, always my highlight of GDC. It's incredible, and I'm so thankful for it. So yeah, that's where we're starting off on Wednesday. So earlier today, I actually had a meeting get canceled. So that meant I was able to sneak into a little GDC talk I really wanted to go see, and I didn't think I was going to be able to because of work, but everything worked out. So I actually got to participate in the Game Audio Network Guild. They do these things called demo derbies, and my understanding is that primarily they're like composer or like songwriting based, but this year they did a voice actor demo one, and basically you could submit your demo reel, 1-minute demo reel, and have it reviewed live by the team. They had like 2 casting voice directors and an actual amazing voice actor as well, who I actually happen to know through my work, which is crazy. That's the beauty of GDC, is like all these connections you don't realize you have. But anyways, I was able to get my demo reel reviewed, and I actually filmed basically just myself, but you can hear the feedback and stuff, so I'm gonna put some clips of that right now. And then I had a really amazing lunch with the team at Magical, which is the Marginalized Genders in Gaming Alumni Club. It's run by my good friend, Julia. She was a member of Cal Marginalized Genders in Gaming, which is the gaming club that I actually helped found at UC Berkeley. She does amazing stuff. Magical does amazing stuff. Marginalized Genders in Gaming clubs do amazing things. I actually gave a talk about that at PAX, so that's definitely fun. I actually have some footage from my PAX experience that I never put together into anything because my husband got sick afterwards, and it was just kind of a disaster. I couldn't edit it on my phone. It was all around bad. But anyways, I gave a talk about that, and now we met up here at at GDC, and it was magical, it was fun, it was great. And then I did a bunch more work. I went home to do work. Now I'm back at the conference. I got to listen to a talk by the head of production, essentially, for Embark, who does Arc Raiders, and he gave an amazing talk about, when you need to be serious about your game failing and restarting and going back to the drawing board to make a fun game. And that was amazing. It's very rare, I think, to see such a long talk spoken by someone who's a producer and to touch upon production topics. I think sometimes a lot of our lead, executive, head of production people will give talks here at GDC, but they won't really be talking about a very production-focused talk. And this was obviously not 100%, it was not production 101, right? But it was a really good blend, and I actually got to ask a production question, and I said, I was the first person to ask a question. I said, unfortunately for everyone in this room, I'm also a producer, so we're going to be talking about production. But actually a lot of the people behind me were producers, so I got a chance to speak to him at the end of his talk and just thank him for bringing more light to production. And I tell the GDC survey every year, I want to see a production track, and they haven't done one yet, but I'm seeing them sprinkle more production talks in. I'm kind of hoping to pitch a production talk next year, try and be a speaker again, so I'm pretty happy with how that is. I'm winding down right now. I'm gonna charge all my electronic devices, play some Pocopia while I wait for a friend, and then I am going to meet up with a bunch of my old coworkers from Ubisoft San Francisco tonight. Really excited to see them. I'm glad we could stay in touch. Just because the studio is gone does not mean we don't have, you know, the connections we had. So I'm really happy about all that, and it's been a really good day 3. So I'll see you all later. It's not a drive at GDC if we don't get a Waymo. Welcome, my little autonomous driver. Thank you for driving me home, keeping me safe. I don't know if you guys have Waymos where you live, but I do, and they're silly. When they're not more expensive than Uber and Lyft, I like to take them, so. That's the end of my GDC day 3. Maybe we'll debrief, otherwise I'll see you all tomorrow.